So besides being an author, you're also Oxford educated, a Stanford faculty member, a leading expert on deception detection, as well as a mentalist. So tell us about your unique background and how it helped you contribute to writing your latest book, Convinced.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I just loved magic. So I would perform magic at birthday parties and all that. I know, magic set and all. And what was fascinating for me was how human behavior works. And magic is a great way to find out. It's like an optical illusion. It kind of teaches us how the human mind can be deceived and how the modus operandi of the human mind. And so when I studied psychology, it kind of all went together, magic, psychology, and I studied law as well. And I kind of worked on negotiation. That was my topic. When I worked for a law firm for Skadden, in my legal training, I worked at the UN here in New York. So negotiations are about reading people and not manipulating, that's probably a bit negative, but of course influencing people into the direction you want them to influence. And that is negotiations. And so that's what I worked on all my life, is reading and influencing people, and my current book is on that topic as well. How do I influence people in a way that they think that I'm very good at what I do, that if I am pitching, if I'm meeting a new client, how can I convince them that I'm the best and that I don't even have to negotiate then for my fee, because people, of course, are willing to pay more for somebody they consider to be competent.
So that's what we can gain from reading this book?
That's right.
That's a valuable trait and asset, correct?
Yeah, I mean, the book, people want to be led by others they consider to be competent. People follow people they consider to be competent. People buy from salesmen and saleswomen who they consider to be competent.
Another term that you're associated with is that you're an expert in deception detection. Explain this. What does that really mean?
Well, the problem was that I was quite naive when I was a kid. So people would tell me a story, I would like, really? And then they would laugh. And of course, I didn't like that. And then when I studied psychology, I went into the subject of, well, is there deception detection? How can I see if somebody's lying or not? And I found that there's a lot of research on the topic, but nobody really knows it. And which is interesting, because knowing if somebody's telling you the truth, of course, is extremely important, whether you're talking to employees, whether you're talking to clients, whether you're negotiating. In the negotiation, usually people lie. They lie about their alternatives. So they tell you, if you don't buy, well, we have, 3 others lined up, or whatever. Or they cherry pick some other offers and, present them as if there was one other person paying or offering them this and that. So basically, again, reading people was part of the negotiation. So I give negotiation trainings, I speak on negotiations, I write about negotiations, I research on them, and that is part of negotiations. And yeah, so it's interesting because people are fascinated. I wrote several books on the topic, how to deceive, how to know if somebody is lying to you or not.